This week on Krystle Clear, I sit down with someone I deeply admire, Keiko Anderson. She's a doctor of jurisprudence, a powerhouse attorney, a CEO, a licensed minister, and most importantly, a mother of five and a grandmother of three. From the courtroom to the altar, from single motherhood to a beautifully blended family, Keiko's story is one of bold faith, deep wisdom, unwavering love. In this conversation, she opens up about the lessons she's learned in marriage, legacy, parenting, and purpose, and why she believes her life's calling is so much bigger than any one title. Let's dive in.
Okay.
Keiko!
Okay, I'm a ghetto, like, fabulous on-the-job training minister. Not, okay, I went to school for law, but yeah, I'm on-the-job training. I read the Bible, and I'm a minister. Okay, go ahead.
That is amazing. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
Look, you're doing it and doing it well.
Yes.
So we're here for it.
Thank you.
We love it. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it. Career and calling. You wear so many hats. Attorney, CEO, ghetto minister.
Yes.
What's the thread that ties all of those roles together for you?
Service. Yeah, service ties all of that together because in parenting, in everything, in friendship, in ministry, in work, like that's at the core of who I am. So that is what motivates me and keeps my drive in all of those areas. That's the thread. That's the core.
What inspired you to start your own family law practice, and how has your work shaped your perspective on marriage and divorce?
Okay, what inspired me to start my law practice?
Well, let me ask you, what inspired you to become an attorney in the first place?
Okay.
So that, and then from there, what that road led you, let me open up my own practice.
Right. Okay. So I wanted to become an attorney because I was a social worker first.
Okay.
And I worked for Child Protective Services. So we went into homes to try to evaluate whether or not children needed to be removed for abuse. Right. So I did that, and we would go to court, and I felt in court, no one was listening to me as a social worker. And I felt like I knew the most about the family, the situation. Like I have the details, put me on the stand. And I just noticed sitting there, like everyone is paying attention to the lawyers, right? And the lawyers like fumbling, trying to get the details. They don't know what's going on. Like no disrespect, but like a lot of lawyers come to court not prepared.
Yeah.
And trying to figure it out on the spot. And I was like, oh, no. Like, I need to be a lawyer. I need to be up there with the details, advocating. I just felt like that's who you're listening to, like the judge.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to law school.
How old were you?
That's how I got into family law. I went at 21.
Wow. Okay.
Or 20. Yeah.
And then
So then I went to a law firm, and we did family law there. My first couple months on the job, my supervisor quit because family law, everybody burns out. Nobody wants to deal with divorce and custody,
right?
And they burn out. She quit, so I became the supervisor of like divisions. My first year of being an attorney, like supervisor of divisions of cities of family law. So got on job training there.
Yeah.
And one of the attorneys was like prestigious and kind of like a mentor in the courtroom. She approached me and she was like, I'm going to run for judge, and I want to give you my law practice. Yeah.
How old were you?
23 or 24.
Keiko.
I know. I was like, no, thank you.
And
I said no.
Where was this?
This was in Belton area. Okay, like Harker Heights, Belton area, because I was primarily at Fort Hood area, like where the soldiers are stationed. That's where all the divorce was happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, I said no. I said no, thank you. I'm not interested. I have like a 3-year-old. You know, I'm divorced. I'm single. I want to make sure I keep my steady paycheck. You know, and she was like, okay, like let me let you think about it, and let's like come back to it. And I was like, negative. I have health insurance, like nothing. I am not a risk taker. So she came into me again, and she was like, okay, I just wanted to circle back. Like I'm saying I want to give you a law practice that had been established like 40 years. She's like, Everything is established. I was like, no, thank
I'm
you.
your fairy godmother.
I was so stupid. Like, to all my 22-year-olds, like, honey, you think you know everything, but wait a second. So I said no again. And then she called again and she said, this is the last time. If you don't take this opportunity, I'm going to give it to this other gentleman I knew. And I was like, he failed the bar 3 times. Like, you're going to give it to him? Oh, no, heck no. So she was like, come to my office. Like, come see. Girl, what? So she's like, just come see. Let me just show you, like, my books. Like, you make... Girl, I was making $37,000 a year as an attorney.
Wow.
37.
Yeah.
I've been an attorney for 23 years, so it's been a minute, but still.
No, yeah.
37,500.
Mother, goodness gracious.
And she was like, "Come look at my books." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm out. Put my notice. Put my notice in." Oh my gosh. But that was my first lesson of like, don't be afraid. Like, don't make decisions out of fear. I was afraid.
Yeah.
Because, right?
Yeah, you were holding on to this little 37,000 like this was your nest egg. And this was baby. Like, right.
Yeah. And so when I saw them numbers, I said, and also he's not going to get it.
And I'll be damned if don't.
That ain't going to happen.
Takes this from me.
Yeah. So that's how I got a law practice.
I had no idea.
You didn't know that?
I had no idea. That is incredible.
That's a great story.
And it is an amazing story. And it is a lesson in life. Like, whenever you get opportunities like that, it's better to have tried and failed than have not try at all.
Exactly. Because I could have taken that leap. And if it hadn't worked, I could have gotten a job anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I was running family law for multiple cities, in my early 20s. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking, this is what's in my hand and I'm good. I don't want to let go of it. Don't we do that?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Let it go.
Let it go and give it to God.
Oh my gosh. Let it be multiplied.
Yes.
Thank you, God, that she came back like 3 times.
Oh.
That's not going to happen for everybody. First time somebody offers you something with potential,
you jump it. You take it.
Try.
Oh my.
Yes. That's how I got a law firm. Then I got there and then everybody quit, Krystle, because everybody was like, she became a judge, right? So then, of course, like her staff is like, okay, I'll need to find a new job. The other attorney there went more into his hotel business. So he left. So like I walked in to that law office that was like fully staffed, attorneys, paralegals, secretary, with nobody there. I was like, see, this is why I should. This is why
I said no.
Another life lesson. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. But girl, I sat at that front desk by myself. The phone rang because the number was still operable from her.
Yeah.
And it was a paralegal from another law office that was calling. And she was like, Keiko? Like she knew me from the last office I was at. And I was like, yeah. She's like, you're answering the phone. I was like, I don't have any help. Like, I don't have anyone. Everyone's gone. And she offered to help me.
Wow.
See how God will just send you like the ram in the bush kind of blessing when you need it.
Right.
After you take the step.
Right. Let me tell you, whenever I had my real estate brokerage, I started it with a partner. And we, I was like the one out there recruiting agents and like, getting the listings. And Justin was the one doing like the LLC and like, literally painting our space and getting it open and like doing more of the like business side of it, where I was doing more of the like networking. And when I bought him out, we had an assistant that he trained.
Yes.
And so whenever she quit, she was like moving back and I bought him out. So I was like by myself at this point, and I realized like, oh my God, I don't even know how to like do all the things because the assistant trained the new one, and then the new one like was moving on, and I'm here. Girl, let me tell you, same thing. I sat at that front desk. I literally taught myself QuickBooks. I taught myself Photoshop. And it was the best thing that ever happened, because now, whenever I brought someone on, which, hello, Natalie, that I've had for 8 years, such a godsend, but I taught her, and then it's like, it too.
Yeah.
So you're like, girl, this is not, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Right.
So like, you've got this.
And I think you get respect and credibility too, like from your staff. When I'm like, even today, if you call my office, you might hear me, Law Office of Keiko Griffin. I might change my voice. So try to figure out nobody. Law Office of Keiko Griffin. Oh, hold please. If I see the lines ringing and they're not picking up my lines, I'm like, this is my money.
Yeah.
I will do every job y'all do. I will do. They know that. I'm like, do you need help?
Yeah.
None of you guys can help me with my job, but I will help all of you because it's my client.
Yeah. My clients, and I can do it.
And I can do it.
With my eyes closed. So.
And I tell them, when I got here, like an old woman, when I had to walk in the snow, but when I got here, it was nobody here.
Right. Exactly. I've done your job, your job, your job, and your job.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Yes.
1,000%.
Yes.
Oh, that's, yes. Amen, girl.
I know. You're supposed to do this now.
Oh.
It's either this or this. Which one?
Neither.
I learned it from Love is Blind. No, I learned it from Love Island.
I was going to say Love is Blind, which I love Love is Blind, by the way. Love Island.
Are you watching Love Island?
Yes, of course, but I'm barely on 9.
Okay.
So I have
9.
Oh, okay. We're like way behind.
We're behind.
We have so much catching up today.
Okay. Okay, go.
We're so behind. But okay, this.
Yeah, I think
there's no
one of them. But we can't be old.
There's I still say bomb. So like that's bomb, girl. Like, talk about aging yourself.
I know.
Okay, goodness gracious. Okay. So, family law is so emotionally charged. How do you separate your work from your personal life, or do you?
How do I separate my work? There's something like innately wired in me that's able to compartmentalize. Mm-hmm. So I think it's made it easier for me to separate what's happening at work from my personal life or home, because I'm just wired logically. Like I'm wired to, when I'm at work, I'm a boss. I'm a CEO. I'm in charge. I'm representing people. And then when I leave, and I have the advantage of having a 1.5 hour drive home, when I leave, I literally like change into, I'm a wife, I'm a mom,
Yeah.
Or if I'm coming to meet you, I'm like, I change it to, I'm a baddie, I'm going out.
Yeah.
Like, I have time to transition. And I think a lot of people, they don't take like that time to turn it off. Yeah. But then there's some days where, a case will stay on my mind.
Yeah.
Like that murderer case, that one that was on, oh my God, Dateline. Yes. That'll stay on my mind if my client becomes a murderer. But other than that, I can turn it off. I can definitely turn it off. I have to.
I know. Yeah, absolutely.
Because all those things will completely consume you. Motherhood, you have to turn it off sometimes. Even like being a wife, all these things are 24 hours a day.
Oh, yeah. The invisible weight, right?
Yes.
How the hell do you sleep at night? Because that's at least someone like me, which most women I think are like this. Men can just like fall asleep instantly.
Yes.
We can never turn it off. So how the hell do you turn it off specifically when it comes to sleep? And I ask this because I am not a good sleeper.
I know.
So.
I am not a good sleeper.
Really?
No. So last night I woke up at 11, 1:30, 2:30, 4:41.
No.
But I did have Nugget with me.
Okay.
My grandbaby.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so between Nugget moving around and then DeVry snoring, I'm like,
no. Yeah.
Like, stop.
No.
But no, I wake up throughout the night.
Okay.
And I get ideas at night.
Okay.
Like I get ideas and I'll pull like my notes app out and like write, especially if I'm writing a sermon or preparing for a presentation or something. Like I get my inspo at night.
And you're high energy. So clearly like the lack of sleep isn't like taking away from your
I take naps. Do you take naps?
No.
Oh, you don't take naps?
No, I'm not a nap.
Oh.
Well, I try and I'll lay down and rest, but do you actually fall asleep in those naps? Because I cannot actually fall asleep. I rest my eyes and I'm glad I did it, but like to actually fall asleep, never in a million years.
Okay, you have to sign up for naps. Sign up for the nap app. I'm sure it's one. I don't know. I'm not positive, but
Yeah.
sign up for something to give you like that intermittent like rest if you
Yeah.
can't sleep
Yeah.
for 6, 7, 8 hours.
Well,
Why can't you?
with my brain, I can't like turn it off. And so it's very difficult to like
Yeah.
fall asleep. And Jackson and I co-sleep. So I say we could have my 5-year-old at night, but we do. Hello. Like if Nick isn't there,
Yeah.
my kids like,
Yeah.
shit, I'm scared too.
Yeah.
You know, we're in
Yes.
that big old
Big old
house
house.
together. Yeah.
I
I'm like,
know.
you know, hold my hand, mommy. I'm like, heck yeah. Like we sleep together.
Yes.
I don't have him every day. Have him every other weekend, you know, and he's
But
with his dad 2 days a week. So I want to, you know, sleep with him. So,
Yes.
but I say that. And so it gives me comfort, but then I'm not getting great sleep because he's,
I
you know, kind of tossing or turning and stuff. So
do you have times where you oversleep? Like if I go on vacation, sometimes I
girl.
get there and I just sleep
I'm a dream.
and
Like,
catch up.
yeah, I'm a different person on vacation. I sleep real good when I'm on vacation.
Okay.
It's just more of like when I'm in my home.
Yeah.
Like, and I have the 2 dogs with me too.
Yeah.
So Mia snores. Stewie tries to snuggle. Like right at 3 a.m. at like clockwork comes up scratching to get up, and then I put him in the bed, and then I'm like, you know. So at that point, I've gotten
I'd be interested to know like what percent of people are like actually sleeping 6 to 8 hours.
Well, they have the ring,
Okay,
you know, that you can wear and it tracks your sleep. But
okay.
I don't want to do that to myself. I don't need an
I
app
know it's
telling
not
me
good.
that I slept like trash the night before.
We know
Like,
that.
We know that.
Yeah.
I lived it.
Working out helps me sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh, goodness.
but yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay, we get an F on that next.
No. Okay, so has ministry impacted the way you lead in business and life?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So in ministry, not necessarily ministry, but in my relationship with God, I am reminded of like what's really important in relationship and what's really valuable in his eyes, like being loving, being generous, being forgiving, which is a huge issue. And that comes up daily at work. Like minor offenses will turn into large division because people won't let it go. And it helps me. It also impacts me at work because I'm dealing with people who are going through the worst of the worst of their life. And I always take the time to, in the middle of legal advice, to like remind them of the truth of their situation is like, it's going to get better. Like this is temporary. Nothing is permanent. You're not, you know, losing anything. You're only making space to gain, to grow. It's important to love people, even that are your enemies, even that are being disrespectful to you, to help other people go through like the crisis they're going through. So yeah, it's a daily intertwining of my faith and my work. Ministry is more compartmentalized because it's like specific times that I'm ministering, like on Saturday with the women's group that you've been to.
Yes, love.
Yes, or Sunday if I'm preaching or if I'm doing a Bible study. Like the ministry, it comes in and out of my work, but my faith is like always represented in what I'm saying and doing.
I love it.
Yeah.
As someone who sees the end of many relationships professionally, how do you maintain such joy in your own?
Okay, so I think it's a couple things. I see so much toxicity that what other people may experience in their relationship and think is terrible or deal breaking, I see so much worse that a lot of normal problems to me, I can categorize them correctly as this is minor. This is a minor argument. You know how when you're in a relationship, you don't even remember like what you were arguing about, but you stop talking for 2 days or 3 days. I don't do that because I understand in the moment, well, based on what I saw today, this argument about who didn't take the trash out, this is minor. Or this argument about turn the TV off, I'm trying to go to sleep, you know, this is minor.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, the things you argue about with people that you live with, 90% of it is like trivial trivial stuff.
Yeah.
And I know that because I looked at real problems, major issues, major relationship, deficits all day. But the reason why I have a lot of joy in my relationship now is because I was in crappy relationships before. So I'm like, you don't have to be a divorce attorney to know that what you're experiencing could be a lot worse.
Right.
And dealing with people who are cheaters, dealing with people that are liars, dealing with people that aren't good role models for my daughter, dealing with people that aren't invested, people that are not reliable. Like, no. Like, I dealt with all of that. Yeah. And DeVry is so easy to love because I recognize in him, like, the value that he brings, and on his own, but also you're not a cheater, liar, disrespectful, like, irresponsible, right?
Right.
So I'm happy. And you got to choose joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to choose.
You always tell me, don't let that situation or individual steal your joy.
Yeah.
Because it is a choice.
It's yours.
Right.
Exactly. So a lot of it is just your perspective. Don't you feel like?
1,000%. Yeah, I always tell Jackson, he's getting so much, like, more laid back, but he was like an angry little toddler.
He's passionate.
Yeah, I'm just like, he gets angry and or his feelings very easily, and it's less and less. And I'm like, listen, sweetheart, it's okay to feel that way, but, like, don't hold on to it. You're too little to be angry. Like, let's move on past it. Let's move on from this. It's a choice, sweetheart. So
it's
choose.
A choice.
Like, I always want to validate his feelings and never, like, dismiss them, but like, let's not stay there because shit, this is an exhausting kid. Like, you're in a bad mood. Come on. It's not that serious.
Pick yourself
up. So I always try to remind him that it's a choice and, like, to choose happiness and move on from that, because otherwise, Lord.
And not be like a victim of, you have so much control over your energy, what you allow to disturb you, or what you allow to, elevate you or give you happiness. You can choose that. So I know, I do think that teaching him so young is going to be such a blessing, because I didn't have those kind of conversations when I was young.
Right.
So I had to, like, figure out on my own that, I'm, like, decidedly in a bad mood for days.
Right.
Other people have moved on.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
It's not.
You have a choice. I did grow up with my mother always telling me, no one can make you happy but yourself. Literally. And it's so true.
Don't put that pressure on people.
Yeah.
And then what you want is not consistent. Like, sometimes I want something different than I wanted the day before. And, like, how can somebody keep up with your complicated desire? Right. You know what I mean? Like, today I want to be wined and dined. Tomorrow I want to be left alone. Like, today I want to, like, go hang out with my friends. And then tomorrow I want to be, like, at church praying. Right. People can't keep up with all that. And then so I can't get irritated with people for, like, not meeting my expectation of knowing me through and through by moment.
And especially your partner, your closest person to you. Like, we place so much pressure on them, and, like, they should just know these things. In reality, we're like, woo.
Yeah. Woo. I know. Anytime I argue with DeVry, I'm like, you don't even know me. You still don't even know me. He's like, I do know you. I was like, you don't know me because look, you didn't know what kind of soda I wanted. Like, you ordered, I don't like Diet Coke. I like Coke Zero. Why don't you know that by now?
Oh my God.
He's like, babe, I know you, but just get the Coke Zero. I wasn't thinking,
Yeah.
Now, is that something to get really mad about?
No,
but I literally will. Do you ever take a problem and then just, like, magnify it and just, like, exaggerate it to the point of it being, like, some huge crater in your relationship? Like, I would be like, you don't know where to take me for dinner after 17 years. So what does that really mean? Where are we now? He's like, Keiko.
It's good to know that I'm not the only one. Like, it's so true. And it's just so, like, you jump to conclusion. At least me, I'm, like, forever jumping to conclusions in my head and hurting my own feelings, creating false narratives. Like, it's so difficult to pull and so for me, I lean on, like, friends, or, like, let me have these conversations, talk me off a ledge. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Like, I'm spiraling, and it's just like my friends, can pick me up if I can't do it myself. Like,
I was literally going to
So
say that,
true.
Krystle, that a lot of the joy I have in my relationship is rooted in having really strong, healthy sisterhood friendships,
Yes.
because your sister will be like, girl,
Yes.
that's fine.
Yes.
Get over it. You're tripping.
You're tripping.
Yes.
You need to knock it off. Like, you
Yes.
have a good man. You have an incredible partner. They didn't do anything wrong. Like, stop hurting your own feelings
Yes.
with these like false narratives. But it's, and also it's so nice to hear like everyone would feel that way. It's totally normal to feel that way. It's totally like, you're not a psychopath, you know,
Right.
like this is women. That's just how we're built. It's how we're
I'm
wild.
woman.
Yes.
Especially you're
Not
intelligent,
alone.
you're creative. Like, you can just totally make up a fantasy nightmare. I'm like, just let go.
Yeah,
It's a nightmare.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's so true. Goodness gracious.
Yes.
Okay, marriage and blended family. Blending families isn't easy, especially with 4 children between you. 3 children between you and 5 grandchildren. 5 children with your oh my God. There's a total of 5 children between the spouses.
There's 5 children.
5 children, 3 grandchildren, 3 real children, 5 with the 3 biological children, 2 spouses, and 3 grandchildren. God, oh my goodness.
Look at me. There's 2 spouses, 3 real children, 5 fake children. Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, you have a blended family. How did you and your husband approach that early on? You had Camille and he had his
Yes,
children.
I had Camille.
It was 3.
You crack me up.
Camille was 3. How old were DeVry's kids?
Camille, let me see. Camille was 4.
4.
DeVry's kids were 4th and 5th grade.
Okay.
I think like 9.
Yeah, so a little older.
A little older. Okay, what was the question? The question was,
okay, so blending families isn't
wrong?
easy. I know, especially with 3 children between you. How did you and your husband approach it early on?
You know what? I would say that we approached it pretty ignorantly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because we should have done like counseling on blended families. We should have done counseling with our kids on post-divorce, because both of us were divorced.
Right.
We should have done like individual therapy and couples counseling. We should have read some books. Like, let me just tell you what you should be doing if you're about to be in a blended family. We didn't do any of that.
This is a master class, by the way, everybody, if you didn't know that.
You didn't know.
This is a master class
like
on
literally
marriage, blended families, faith, divorce, all the things.
All those things. So we literally like played it by ear.
Yeah.
And both of us, I think, in our own right, feel knowledgeable and wise and informed, smart. That's like a recipe for failure.
Yeah.
Because no, you don't know how to blend 4 families. Like, you know, because the mom side,
right.
him, me, my ex-husband's side.
Right.
You're blending families.
That's so true.
Right?
Yeah.
And you don't know how to do that. I was 29 and he was 32.
Okay.
I think, when we got married.
Mm-hmm.
And the blending actually should have started, like all of that should have started when we were dating.
Right.
Instead of just us all, I love you. Like, oh, you're my world. You know what I mean? Like, I think the kids were like, we're going to make it hard on y'all.
Yeah.
Our kids were actually, they were really well behaved and like as well adjusted as they could be. But we just missed the mark. We had so many disagreements when we were first married, probably the first 7 years raising them, because I am like a disciplinarian and I thought he would be, because he was a colonel
he was
in the army.
Yeah.
Oh no, DeVry is so chill.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's like, it's about relationship and I was like, relationship? It's about these dishes?
Discipline.
It's about who ate all the bacon? Like, no, what are you talking about? I'm cleaning up after 5 people now. No. Yeah. So it's interesting because our pastor told us that the only fracture that he saw in premarital counseling would be surrounding like blending kids, blending children. it's a lot of jealousy that you don't think about that comes up for everybody. Like,
right.
there in my home, there was like, I think, jealousy of just time. Like, I'm losing time now with my parent, and I already lost time with the one they divorced.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sharing them with this woman and her kid.
Now
like,
I'm sharing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we didn't talk with them about what is our new family going to look like, and we didn't talk about what are you going to be called, and that was like a bigger deal than I thought it was going to be. Like, I don't want kids calling me Keiko. Like, Keiko.
Yeah.
Like, I'm grown, you know?
Yeah.
And then I don't want to be Miss Anderson. That's
Right,
too formal.
yeah.
I don't want to be mom because you have a mom.
Yeah.
It's like, there are books on how to go about
Wow.
deciding
Literally
what people
everything.
are named.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I figured that out. You know, I'm a grandma now. Now I don't even need to know. But my name is Mama K.
Yeah.
But see?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a lot of learning by mistake. It was like a fast learning curve that we had to go
Right.
through. Yeah. But that was probably our biggest marital problem.
Mm-hmm.
Longest lasting, and also just the biggest impact. And we had good kids.
Yeah. So imagine if you have children that have disciplinary issues and anger issues.
Yes.
And there's so many things, developmental challenges. There's like a million things that just normal parents go through, you know, with their spouse. And then you have someone else's child.
Right.
And that is now in your care.
Right.
And you are now, you know, the bonus mother, the bonus father.
Right.
Like, it's challenging.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, it's challenging for any parent, much less, you know, a bonus parent.
Yeah. I think it's important that if you're in a blended family, like, don't fake the funk. Like, everything is beautiful. Everything is kosher. Like, talk to other people who have
been there, done that. Right.
Yeah. And like, when you're struggling, people that, you know, you can trust that will give you wisdom or referral to someone who knows, like, get help in the moment before you're in a family where people aren't speaking once they graduate. And
massive dysfunction.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I got to get this right before they all graduate. And then, like, who's going to take care of me?
Yeah.
Now I have a lot of kids that will still take care of me.
Love you
That's
guys.
what it's all about.
Yeah, truly. I mean,
what are we going to do for the holidays? Because now they can pick what parents they go to.
Yeah.
You know, there's no court order saying you get Thanksgiving.
It's at 13? At what age can the child choose who they want to live with?
So you can't choose who you want to live with until you're 18.
18.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if you're 12, you can express to the court who you would like them to place you with, and they don't have to do it.
Oh, thank God. Okay. In my head, there's been like this countdown to like, oh Lord, when Jax turns 12 years old, he can choose if he wants to live with his dad or not. And like, it's
everyone
just what is.
That. Right. Everyone thinks that. No, it's just you can express what you
and like, don't get me wrong, if Jax wants that, and like, we feel, it's not to say I wouldn't grant him that, but at the same time, like, as mom, you're just like,
I know.
Wait,
I have a lot of cases like that, and I feel so bad because there's nothing. If you have two great parents, and the child wants to live with the other parent, I see a lot of really broken parents who put in all that work the first 12 years that have to let go because the judge will oftentimes let them. Yeah, you had 12 years. There's only 6 left. Like, you know what I mean?
No.
Yes. No, I don't know what you mean.
Keiko. Yeah, that's like a fear of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially boys wanting to be with their dads.
Yes.
Like, it is a real fear. He's 5, so I have a little bit of time.
Yes.
But
yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you're gonna have to choose joy.
Yeah.
I thought for sure my daughter was gonna want to live with her dad at 12.
Really?
Because I had been a lawyer already for a decade or whatever. I was like, well, let me just prepare my heart.
Yes.
Because if you're the one raising them, like, you normally have most of the distance and discord because you're the one with the homework and the structure, and you're not the Disney parent, you know?
Right.
Well, you are the Disney parent because you went to Disney World.
We're going next week. We go on Thursday. Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, we're going again.
Okay. Blessings. Blessings. But yeah, if you're the parent that has to maintain the structure, normally they would prefer to be with the other person if you're both good parents, right? So it happens to like the best parents.
Yeah.
And they can't wrap their mind around, how am I losing my child?
Right.
I'm like, you're not losing, again,
Yeah.
perspective.
They're always going to be your kid.
You're
not going
you're going to
anywhere.
get different days of the week.
Yeah.
You're going to see your kid every week.
Jax, I don't know if I told you, Jax very often is like, I wish I lived with Dada.
Yeah.
I love Dada more.
Oh.
That's why I'm like,
Thank you.
Okay, well, I love you the most.
Okay.
It's not going to change, just so you know.
Competition.
Yeah, he's just like, I love Dada more.
Like,
yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay.
And
he hasn't said it in a minute, but he was, wait, oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, for like a year straight,
I get it.
you know, and he's just like, I love Dada more.
Yeah.
I want to live with Dada. And I'm just like,
thank you for sharing.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing.
I love you more. So there's that.
So always know. Kids will teach you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, unconditional love. Like, I got to love you even when you just let me know to my face.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's okay.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to be a better lover for other people because you're loving, a child. They just like take.
They sure do.
Yes.
And manipulate and gaslight.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, we love our children.
That's exactly right. Okay, you and DeVry have been together almost 20 years, girl. So how do you and your husband keep things fun and romantic? Like, what is the secret sauce?
Oh, scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. It's like, schedule me fun with you. DeVry is the one in our relationship that schedules us rest.
Okay.
Because I always am booking like assignments, tasks, events,
Yeah.
And he is like, and let's put on the calendar that we're going to, Cabo with no itinerary. And we're just going to lay by the beach. I'm like, and then see what show. And then do what excursion. Whale watching? They're great in Cabo. He's like, no. We're just going to lay by the beach, talk to each other. I'm like, okay. So he schedules our rest, which actually, I find I have energy. Because, like, he sits me down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh, I have energy tonight.
Yeah.
And then I schedule our fun. I'm like, babe, will you take me to the balloon museum? The balloon museum, the whole line was like 5-year-olds in front of us. It was
you guys went?
Yes.
Well, I know. You're the one that put all the moms.
So
I assumed you were with some children.
No. I asked DeVry, please take me to the balloon museum. And we took pictures and we went through the balloons. We were like, excuse me to all the 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, get around them. I think, I schedule joyful things for us to experience. Otherwise, we both are workaholics.
Yeah, you're two ships passing the night because DeVry is a doctor. He's a CMO. Like, you two are very, very high profile individuals running
cities.
Businesses. Where is he?
San Antonio.
Okay.
So DeVry is driving an hour and a half south. I'm going north an hour and a half. Yeah, he's running 12 hospitals. So, like, imagine all of the issues that happen even at one hospital. Yeah, so I think that we prioritize each other.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. We talk every night. I mean, some things you just take for granted, like we sleep together.
Yeah.
People like go to different rooms.
Hello, 2 different cities. Majority of the time.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me of my son, Calvin, with his wife, Sheree, because they met and she was in Amsterdam.
Right.
And I think he was in Denver at the time. But, oh my gosh, their first date, we all met in St. Lucia?
Their first date.
Their first date. And it was like,
that's the type of first date I want to go on.
This is my mom and dad. I was like, this is so crazy. But we're like, we're not normally this intrusive, but we all wanted to come to St. Lucia. So.
Yeah, here we are.
So here we are. Yeah, but scheduling vacations. And if you don't have the money to do, Disney World or St. Lucia, like scheduling like pizza night.
Right.
Making it Hawaii night and like just getting the, some flowers in your hair from outside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, prioritizing one another and like making time. Because otherwise, you're just 2 ships passing in the night.
Yeah, find things that you like to do together. DeVry and I like to do different things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of couples, they naturally have these common joys that they enjoyed even before their partner. But me and DeVry love very different things. Like, he's introverted. He doesn't like crowds. He likes peace and quiet. I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
So for us to find things we both like to do is, you have to be intentional.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
There's like dating books, and there's like adventure books where you like find ways to date your spouse. We do all that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are like, have so much fun together, but you're two whole individuals that have your whole careers going on. Family,
Yes.
Is a huge priority. Faith is a huge
Ministry
priority
for him too.
And then but then you come together, beautifully. So you do, despite the busy lives, you really, really do prioritize, and the love is just so evident, and it's there, and it's just like amazing. Yeah, when you guys are together, you're so fun. You're like best friends, and you're having the best time, and it's
Best friend.
Yeah, you work hard, and then you're like
play hard.
Yeah, play hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I love it. So parenting and legacy. You have a son and a son-in-law in the NFL. What was it like raising a kid with that level of drive and talent?
Let's see. So you don't know when your kids are young that you don't know where their life is going to take them, right?
Right.
So I think like in parenting them, I didn't have in mind that they would have like this extravagant life. Like, 4 of my kids are like millionaires, like way before I could even have imagined getting there, you know? So when your kids are like young, I'm just like taking that time just to be encouraging to them, to be a cheerleader for them, to give them a voice. It was really important to me with my kids that I listened to them. Like, we would have sit down dinners that they tell me now they miss, that we would talk for hours, like every week. And I wasn't raised in a home like that, because my family they were really busy. Like, my mom worked 2 jobs. I took care of my little brother. We didn't have the time or space to like cultivate a real connection beyond you're a child and I'm a parent. But trying to connect with my kids when they were younger, not in a friendship way, but just in a deeper way than just a parent. Like, who are you really? What do you really think? Like, we'll talk about politics and we will all disagree. And I'm like, wow, I raised you.
Yeah.
And you are like the opposite, but it's just something in their nature that makes them unique, different people, that if you're a parent, you need to get to know them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not about recreating yourself and your kid, or it's not about you creating your child to be your vision for them. It's about just learning every day, who are you this year, because they change, right?
Yeah.
And validating all those changes and all of those ideas they have, and like just being very present. And they still come to me. All of my kids, they still come to me. They come to DeVry. I think that they see us as like mentors almost.
Yeah.
Because there's a point where you need to let go of I'm your mom.
Right.
And it's a lot earlier than I think people are ready to let go. I honestly think, I don't know, 7th or 8th grade. I'm serious. Like, I honestly think like you put in that work that first 8 to 10 years, and they have a lot more independence, whether you know it or not, than most parents are comfortable with. So parents are still engaging kids like they're dependent, and they're not independently minded, and don't have free will. Right. I'm like, your kid can literally like walk out of your door and keep walking. Yeah. At 10. Yeah. They can. Yeah. And I see that too in Child Protective Services. You know what I mean? So I think letting go of I'm your mom, I'm in charge, you listen to me, this is my vision for you, I know best. You have to let that go. Yeah. Very early. Might be 12 years old. Yeah. But it's hard to do when you made that baby and you think you know what's best for them. Yeah. But we're closer to friends. and enemies sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
we disagree. Because I'm like, why aren't you listening to me? They're like, wait, what happened to we have free will?
Yeah.
We're independent thinkers. We can agree to disagree. I'm like, yeah, but not now.
Yeah,
I'm
this
back your
isn't the
mom.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to let them bump their head too. Because you do know more than them in some areas. And you see them like making choices that are not helpful.
It's
You
not.
know it.
Yeah.
But then they know more than you in a lot of spaces. Like the kids are teaching their mom, like, this is how you turn on the TV.
Yeah.
Right? This is how you work a smart TV.
Right.
Yeah.
So, how do you support your adult children while letting them shine in their own right?
I think showing up for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think my kids know how busy me and DeVry are. And I didn't realize that at their age, they're like 29, 28, 23. I didn't realize at their age that I would still be needing to choose to commit so much time to support them, to like show up for their games.
Yeah, you think it's just like when they're in high school and then you're done.
You think you're done.
And
it's like, no,
so true.
Show up for Camille had a sermon that she went to Baylor for undergrad and she studied religion. And she was like, okay, Mom, I'm doing a sermon for this, class that I'm taking. And I remember driving and it was a tornado watch.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, I'm going to show up. This is my child. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest way I can support them. I don't have the leverage that a lot of parents have where your kids need you financially.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need anything from me.
Thank God.
Thank God, right?
Yeah.
But if you take that out of the equation for a lot of parents, there's nothing else holding their kids to them. So I'm glad that we fostered friendship, and relationship to where they want to stay connected when they don't really need you.
Right.
Yeah.
They're always going to need their mom. They'll always need their mom. I depend so much on my mom.
Yes.
I like, especially for my son, and just like, she's like my best friend, we talk almost daily. So it's just like, and that's the fear too, I think, as a boy mom. It's like, I have my cousin Susie on the podcast, and her son and her like best friends.
Okay.
She has the house that all the kids go to. All the kids confide in her. Her son, they just have such a beautiful open relationship, and that's the goal, right?
That's
like
goal.
As a parent. And so for me, it's like, you have a daughter. They say you have a daughter, you have a friend for life. But also everyone knows that moms and girls,
class.
And then sons love their mom. But then at the same time, like, they go and do their own thing. So it's just like, my big thing is like, okay, I want to create this safe space and like incredible relationship with Jax where he's always going to feel connected. And then also want to always be connected. And same with his partner. I want his girlfriend to like, and his wife. And like, I want to be, because everyone always wants their mom when they have a baby.
Yeah.
And like my mother-in-law, Tevin's mom, Glenda, we're still very close. She was incredible.
Yes.
And we still have a great relationship, and I still depend on her, and like, but at the end of the day, like, everyone still wants their mom, despite how incredible their mother-in-law is. But that's also so important to like, just, I want them to want me, when the baby is here, and like when all of those things. So it's just, it's just so important. Yeah.
So you had a great mom, but everyone, like, that stereotype, and this is happening in court a lot too, moms are not the same mom. They're not momming like they used to.
Right. That's so true.
Isn't it true?
Yeah.
So
it is true.
So they're not getting that automatic respect from kids that we used to associate, like, mom, that's your provider, that's your nurturer.
That's so
your
sad.
mom was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like that anymore.
Oh, Keiko.
I know.
Okay.
How much time are we at?
We're good, girl.
Don't
worry about it. We gotta
keep y'all interested.
I know. It's like, I'm not worried about the clock. Keiko is I'm dying.
I'm the one that keeps us on time.
Yes.
You're actually the one that keeps us on time.
I know, but no, this is good, girl. This is a masterclass. This isn't a podcast.
Okay, I'm gonna start getting one. Okay. I'm start getting one-word answers.
Okay, so stop it.
Okay.
So we're almost there, girl. We only have a few questions left. Okay, okay.
Krystle,
how do you?
Okay. We have to. Okay. Krystle,
you're now a grandmother. Okay. So, how's becoming a grandmother?
Me as the other one.
Okay. No, I just skipped over one.
Okay.
How has becoming a grandmother shifted your perspective on legacy, purpose, and even your pace at life?
Oh man.
Yeah.
How does becoming a grandma shifted? Well, for instance, last night I was being a grandma. My name is Cookie. My name will never be grandma.
I love it.
All respect to all the grandmas. I literally am holding on to the last bit of youth that I have. I don't know. I feel like a new grandma, even though I've had a granddaughter, because our daughter had a daughter 8 years ago.
Right.
But they live on the East
Right.
Coast. So if you live long distance,
It's a little different.
it's a little different. You don't have like that daily, hey, can you watch the baby? Or,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to show up for the grandma day at school or something.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm just now going to be learning how grandma fits into my world.
Right.
I'm
It's new
still
for
like,
you. Because how old's the
shocked.
baby? 2 months, 3 months?
7 weeks.
7. Oh, goodness gracious. Not
I know,
even
7
2
weeks.
months.
I know. So I'm like,
Oh.
I woke up 3 or 4 times last night with him. He's so sweet. I already
I need to
posted my
come see
video of him.
Yes.
I think grandmas are supposed to post videos. That's what I learned so far. And you're supposed to not tell your kid what to do.
Oh,
Grandmas are
yeah.
supposed to not tell your kids what to do.
Yeah.
I haven't mastered that yet. But my daughter did let me know that basically young parents now, if you don't do what they want you to do with the kids, then they might not leave them with you. Yeah, I just learned that.
Oh my God, no, it's so true. I actually have Glenda. I have regrets. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Oh my God, because my mother, she was in El Paso. Glenda was here.
Okay.
And so I was so, I mean, I, of course, let her do her thing, but I also was like regimented. You have your kid on a schedule.
Yeah.
You have this,
Yes.
especially during sleep training. So I'll
Yes.
never forget. Glenda would like watch Jax, and I'd be so mad and distracted at the date because she wasn't letting him cry it out.
Okay.
Well, of course not. She's a grandma.
Yeah, she's gonna hold it.
And I would be like texting, getting all bent out of shape and texting and be like, we're sleep training him. Let him cry.
Yes.
And in hindsight, I know it drove her ass crazy, and she still did what she wanted to do.
Yes.
She'd be like, girl, bye.
Yes.
Put that phone over and
Yes, and hold that baby.
hold Jax, but it would frustrate the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And now in hindsight, I'm like, oh my God, I was such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe I did that to
Yes.
her. My mom would always get mad at me and be like, I'm not going to tolerate that. I don't know how
Yes.
Glenda does it.
Yes.
Be grateful she's helping you.
I know.
But in the moment, especially as a new parent, by your second one, you're like, shit, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Have at it.
Yeah. The first one, you're just trying
You're
to
trying
so hard
I
and
know.
like, so I'm so sorry, Glenda.
I know. Camille brought me a portable fan. Camille brought all the baby stuff last night. And she's like, and this is a portable fan. So if you go outside, make sure you take the...
Yeah.
First of all, I have a patio with a real fan. Like, I have real air conditioning. Oh my gosh. But yes. So I was like, thank you for that exception for this portable
Oh my
fan
God.
if I step outside with the baby.
And by the second one, it's like, no
Can't find the baby.
rules.
No rules. Just
Like,
thank you.
Thank you. Exactly right. I only had one, so I never got an opportunity to make up for being a psycho with the first one.
Yes.
But you don't know what you don't know.
I know. I was so protective of Camille. I didn't let anyone watch her, but I was abused when I was young.
Right.
So like I had a lot of trauma around
Right.
giving access to anybody, like my parents, like nobody. I had Camille with me all the time. Which, I regret that because you deny the child all of the relationships and all of the love that they would be getting from all of the people when you're so restrictive, but you think you're protecting them and you think you're loving them and helping them, So anyone out there that like has that desire to like, I have to keep my kid, I have to protect them, like that fear, that trauma response, like you're actually, like you're denying them.
Right.
Or I don't like my ex-spouse, so I'm going to keep them.
Right.
I'm like, don't do that. They love their baby like you do.
Right.
If they do. If not, you can keep
Yeah.
visitation. If not, okay.
So, okay, it's obviously Jack's like, he's with family all the time, but I also think it's so important for us to like teach our kids to have their spidey senses up and like,
Yeah.
you know, and so I do that. And I almost wonder, my mom, you know, sometimes is like, you're too honest with him. You're too this, you're too that.
Okay.
Like the other day I said this on the last podcast, the story of like how we were, you know, walking the neighborhood in the evenings. He'll get on his scooter. I'll walk the dogs, but he'll get kind of far from me sometimes. So I'm always like, you need to stay where I can see you because someone can snatch you.
Yes.
And guess what? If they snatch you, never sing you again, and they're gonna hurt your body. So
stay right by me.
Is that not okay?
I think that maybe if you teach him to be afraid, then that would have like, I think, long-term negative outcomes if you motivate people with fear. Yeah. It's a motivation and it does work. But as I said before, we don't want to make decisions out of fear. So I think that like, maybe if you just want to word it in a way of like, it's so much safer, babe. If we stay close together, we can enjoy each other. You can still have, you know.
No, he needs to be afraid.
Oh my God.
That someone's going to snatch his ass and hurt his body.
Oh my God.
Like, so we were walking.
Have to be afraid.
He's not.
He needs to be aware.
Yes.
That.
And I tried to tell him, we go through scenarios where I'm just like, if, you know, let's say you're a little bit older and you're on your scooter by yourself and a car comes up and someone says, hey, little boy, like, do you want to get in the car and eat some ice cream? What are you going to say? Well, initially, he's like, what kind of ice cream? And I'm like, no, Jax.
Wrong
so
answer.
we do lots of those scenarios.
Yes.
Yeah, and I just taught him my phone number. You know, like if you ever, like, you don't see me, you get misplaced and you're by yourself at the grocery store, you know, who are you going to go up to? And I'm like, a mommy or someone that works in the store with the name tag. Yeah. You know, and like.
That's good. Like, give him assurance. Yes. Like, this is how you can be well. Instead of, this is what will happen. If they take you, you're going to be hurt. Your whole body. Yeah, you'd be like, just stay closer to mommy. I can protect you. I can help. If someone tried to take you, I would be there. You would have nothing to worry about. Nothing to fear.
Well, so these kids, like, these cute high schoolers were running and they walked past him and they said something to him. Okay. And then I think he was, like, in shock because he was far. And then he, like, boom, boom, boom on his scooter and was like, Mommy, I'm so sorry. I was like, what? He was like, those strangers try to snatch me. I was like, baby, they just talked to you.
See?
You know, I said,
honestly, Krystle, if you're not with him and he's somewhere and he needs help or he needs directions, like, you don't want him to be afraid of people.
Well, he's very outgoing.
He is.
And he'll talk to anyone. So then the kids ran back by us and then he's like, Mommy, I bet I'm faster than them. And he was like, can I race them? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Okay. And so we started racing with them. So
okay. It'll balance out. Like your fear factor with his
outgoing personality.
Bring him back to a normal.
Yeah, like I think so. Oh my gosh. So, but okay.
But yeah, I think you should not do that. Okay, next.
Okay, next. Faith and balance. You both leading your church. Okay. And have high demanding careers. How do you stay spiritually grounded? And how has faith shaped the way you approach marriage, business, and motherhood?
I say grounded spiritually by like engaging my own relationship with God, like devotions, reading the word, praise and worship, which I love, prayer. Next question.
Okay, so you
see, how many questions?
There's 3 left.
Okay.
Do not rush us.
Okay, I don't want to rush us, but they have to go to work.
She's a dream. This is the best. Okay. If I was driving, I'd be like, let it go forever.
Okay,
They're so funny and interesting. Okay. You truly seem to have it all.
Yes.
And balance it all, rather. What's your approach to managing time, energy, and priorities? Because you have a lot of friends, girl. You have a beautiful relationship. You have incredible children that love you, you know, and a business. How?
Yeah. How do I balance that?
Yeah, truly.
I think it's time for my button. It's a special word. No. Can they hear that?
Yes.
No. So No. I had to get comfortable saying no and also determining like who would get the most meaning or the most impact, or where would my time best be spent in individual circumstances. So like on any given day, I might have to say no to my friends because of parenting, or I might have to say no to my children because of being a wife. I might have to say no to my husband because I have to work, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So I think not trying to have a balance, like I am not trying to be balanced. I don't think it's possible to like equally weight different priorities, because there's different seasons. There's times where you need to commit more to your career
Right.
than your friends, right? There's times where you need to be with your friends for support. Maybe you're going through healing. Maybe you have a disease and it's like, now is the time for me to spend time by myself, like reflecting, or, you know, working out or treatment. Like, so you have to balance yourself. Don't forget yourself in the equation,
Yes.
right? You have to balance. Yeah.
Ooh.
So you have to balance, but that word, it's more like a rhythm, like a song.
Mm-hmm.
My pastor described it that way. And it's like, you know, the cadence, it like flows. And like sometimes you're up, down, sometimes you're doing 2 or 3 things. A lot of times I try to put things together so where I can accomplish a couple of directives at one time. Like, for instance, when I had the women's ministry meeting, I invited you, Liz, like I brought my friends.
Right.
So it's time where I'm doing ministry, but I'm also grounding myself spiritually, and I'm also sharing time with my friends.
Yeah.
Or I'll take my husband with me if we go to like a birthday dinner, like when we went with you Mexico City.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, we're celebrating a birthday for a friend, but I'm also celebrating time with my husband.
Right.
So I try to do things that overlap.
Incorporate. Yeah.
Yeah. Like when we went on to St. Lucia with my son and his grandma.
Yeah.
Like that was
Quality
great.
time with the kids and a vacation with my husband.
Yes.
2 in 1. It's perfect.
Yeah, I do try to like double, triple up. But I also give myself permission to minimize certain priorities when they need to be minimized or maximized.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, reflection and advice. We're coming to a close here.
We're coming to a close.
Which makes me very sad. Okay.
I'm sad.
So looking back, what advice would you give your 30-year-old self?
Oh, I literally should have read these questions. Okay, 30 years old. 30 years old, I was in my first year of marriage with the blended family and the business. What advice would I give my 30-year-old self? Okay, it would be, this is going to sound bad, but we're just extemporaneously speaking. One, the good thing is that it would be to forgive quicker than you're doing, so you can have more peace in relationships. But also it would be to give less. And I am not promoting like self-centeredness or selfishness, but I am a giver. And I like to give like extravagantly, and not just with financial things, but just like of myself, of my heart. And when I was 30, I was trying to be everyone's all. And that was when the war was going on. Like DeVry was sometimes needing to be like overseas because, you know, Iraq and Iran and the war. But trying to be a mom to 2 kids who had a mom that they lost, that were grieving, and me wanting to be all of what a mom would be, it was a lot of like disappointment in how I wasn't received like I wanted to be, or to the extent.
Right.
Trying to be a parent where I do all the cooking, I do all the cleaning, but I also do the working, the making money, you know, so I think I would have told myself back then, like slow down. You don't have to bleed yourself to death to show that you're invested or that you love or to be good at something. I always want to be the best at something.
Right.
And I think when you really want to be great, you want to be a great mom, you think that means like, give your whole life to your children.
Yeah.
Or you want to be a great attorney. Okay, give your whole life to your career.
Right.
And when you have all these different roads that you're on and you're trying to be the best, I would have told myself like, back it up.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to die
right.
to be like respected as a wife or a mom or a lawyer. That's what I would have told my 30-year-old self. And that's also what I will tell myself today.
It still rings true today.
It still rings true. Forgive people and consider yourself. Now, if you consider yourself all the time, consider others.
Yeah.
It's either consider yourself or consider others if you're like a selfish person.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, for other women striving to have it all, what does having it all really mean to you? And what advice do you have for them to pursue the career, the family, and balance everything?
Okay, having it all to me means having love. Having love is having it all. Having a relationship with God is having it all. The Bible says that you seek him first and all other things are added to you. Mm-hmm. So the primary thing to have it all is to have my relationship with God, who is love. So that actually was the same answer. Didn't even plan that. Thank you. Love and God is having it all, and everything else flows from there. I want to thank you for attending Krystle's podcast.
Oh my gosh. Wait. One more question. Oh my goodness. Okay. What are you most proud of in this life that you've built?
Man. Proud of. I think I'm proud of, one, to be redundant, that I think people know me to be Christian in the sense of like the positive words, like someone who you want to be around, someone who will be accepting and loving and kind and generous, as opposed to like the other kind of Christian where you like the judgmental. Yeah. Like I think I'm really proud of that because I think it's hard to have values that align with the Bible and not be judgmental or not come across that way.
Right.
And I'm proud of my relationships because I think the relationships that I have with people, they speak to my character.
Yeah.
Right? Kids, friends, work. So I think I'm most proud of being a strong witness and having strong relationships. I'm definitely not proud of being a lawyer. Nobody likes lawyers. Nobody likes lawyers. Nobody likes parents. Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
And I have to know because you're a divorce attorney, girl. Again, you have to leave everybody with like, what is your number one piece of like marriage advice, considering you see the end of so many relationships in like the worst kind of way. Yeah. So like, what is your advice?
Yeah. My advice to people who are married that want to stay married is to check yourself. So just turn that mirror all the way around. I'm not showing off my ring, but it's cute. All the way around. And to improve your marriage, it's going to only start with you. You're the only person you can control.
Yeah.
You're the only person that can decide how your day is going to be. You are in charge of how you see other people. You're in charge of your feelings. Believe it or not. Turn that mirror to you. Check yourself. Get healthy. Get counseling. Communicate in a kind way what you're thinking or wanting from the other person. They can't read your mind. Be willing to evolve and grow and maybe do something different than you've done before. Do something internally with yourself if you want your marriage to improve. It's not going to come from them. Now, if you want a divorce, come see me. Thank you.
Keiko, I love you.
I love you.
When I started this podcast, you were like the first person that I wanted to come on the show. Here we are, 8 episodes later.
Ooh,
finally got her.
Finally got her. 8 means
it is?
Yeah, so this is and I was at table 8. I just came from DC and I was 8 is meaning something to me.
I love it.
Now.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. You are episode 8.
Okay.
I wanted you to be episode 1. You are like, when when I started it and I had in mind of like, okay, I'm going to do a podcast and I have such incredible people in my life and I want to tell their story because I want to inspire other women.
Yeah.
You were like, bloom,
Thank
your face
you.
like popped and you, seriously, you are
Thank you,
just,
Krystle.
I love you so much.
I love you.
To know you is to love you. I feel
Same.
so lucky that to consider you a dear friend of
Yeah.
mine. You're just such an inspiration and you are just someone that I lean on for just support and for knowledge and to ground me when I'm spiraling. And I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much
Same.
for coming on. This is like hilarious and incredible and all the things I thought it would be.
Okay,
So
how long was
thank
it?
you. I don't know. We'll see. Bye.